Hi there, my name's Daniel Metra. Welcome to the video. This is box third collection update number 17. Would you believe it? In the description below this video is links to the other 16 updates that I've done. I'm sure you'll agree in this video I've picked up a few rare ones, particularly in metallics a handle. I didn't actually know that one existed in the metallic range till now. Anyway, please enjoy. So here you can see I've got some more ERTLs. I've also got a take and play one, a skiff, which I'll talk about a bit later, which is why I've saved it till the end. But as you can see here, I've got a few different ones quite recently. One of them I didn't even know existed, which was a handle just there. First off, we'll start with Thomas. This is one I picked up on eBay. And you probably saw in the last ERTL collection update that I did that I had James and Henry with the white around them, like Thomas does here. And the white ones are really sort of rare, sort of like first production ones. And also underneath you can see that inside the box, it's still all sealed inside the box. It comes with some stickers, and they're the buffers, and you've got a face there, just underneath Thomas's middle wheels. Again, I really like the face on Thomas. It reminds me of the Railway series and the TV series as well, the original, which is around this time that this was released. So, and if you turn over and look, it says this also is motorised. There's some other motorised ones which I don't have in the boxes, like I think they did Percy as well, but it says this is 1984, but I think the range was something like 1985, so like the year after. 1984 was when the TV series was first released. So I'm sure you'll agree this is quite a rare one now. When it was brand new, it says it was £1.59p, and I paid £12. But I think £12 in this day and age is quite a good price. I'm sure if you look around, some have got quite expensive, and they have become quite collectible. But it's not also the fact that it's collectible. Some people have just become greedy as well. So you do have to be careful. But I think £12 was a reasonable sort of price, and definitely in my budget range. Another Thomas. Now this one, when I was younger, I used to go over to Leicester quite a lot. And they had this one in Woolworths over there. Woolworths, unfortunately, is closed down, which I think is a shame. You know, I thought it was a really good shop. And this was also available in a toy shop in Leicester called Domino's. Domino's was a family business. Unfortunately, Domino's closed down in 2013 after basically falling victim to the fact that obviously now you've got the internet, supermarkets cutting them down in price and things like that. It's a shame that Domino's has closed down, but it shows why you need to try and support your local shops if you can. This comes with Thomas and Scruffy, and on the back is a probably even better picture. And Scruffy says toy box on the side instead of Scruffy. I do actually have Scruffy in the ERTL range. And there even says Woolworths are proud of Chad Valley's games and quality. So you can see this was available in Woolworths. So I do actually remember it. I never actually got it at the time. I don't know why, but when I suppose when I was younger, I always had a bit of a budget, and you know I'd rather buy a new engine. So like say if I saw Murdoch, I'd rather buy that than get another model of Thomas, sort of thing. So just a case of saving up. And it doesn't say anywhere about ERTL on the box. I've looked all the way around, to my knowledge. It does, however, say Racing Champions on it. And Racing Champions were with ERTL at one point, something like that. But yeah, really good model. I do have other Christmas models of Thomas, as you've probably seen in my other videos. But this one again is a slightly different one. Comes with Scruffy. Certainly quite a rare one. It was only around for a limited amount of time, to my knowledge. So nevertheless, very pleased to have. Not much more to say about that, really. Scruffy was mainly pulled by Oliver. Oliver's an engine that I quite like, as my middle name's Oliver, but he has been pulled by Thomas as well. The next one I move on to is Juke. And this Juke, you've probably seen in my other videos, I have Juke already. I did that in another video. And if you look at that box of Juke, the box is actually quite long, whereas this one's a lot smaller, a lot more compact. And, you know, and I thought it was a bit oversized, the other Juke box, whereas this one's sort of the right sort of scale. And, you know, when you try and actually keep them in the boxes, you know, it's nicer to have them smaller because it means you've got a bit more room for them. So this is a limited edition metallic Juke. And when I was younger, obviously they had all the other metallics out, and you've probably seen that I had Thomas, Percy, Renaeus and Duncan from another video that I did. And I never actually knew that Juke was out in the metallic range. You can also get Lord Harry. I don't have Lord Harry in the metallic range, but I do have him in the normal range. But I would like to get Lord Harry another time, I think, just for sort of collection purposes. So this is a nice and shiny model. It's shiny up there. The model itself is shiny, metallic. And Juke looks more or less exactly what he looked like in the TV series, I think it's fair to say. It's a shame that Juke's not in the show now. He was, I think, one of my more favourite narrow gauge engines. And the real Juke is on the Festiniog Railway, which is in Wales, an engine called Prince. And as you know, I went to the Talcon Railway back in March this year. When I was there, I got to see Edward Thomas, who Peter Sam's based on. Peter Sam was one of my favourite engines. I saw Talcon, who Scar Louis based on. I also have Scar Louis in the Biplane range, which you've probably seen in my other videos. And I also saw Duncan, who was Douglas, and Ivo Hugh, his bassist, which was Tom Rolt. I didn't see Doglock, who's Renaeus, or Sir Hayden, who's Sir Handel, who I'll talk about now. So here is Sir Handel. Again, you've probably seen that I have Sir Handel in the box already. But this one's a limited edition one, and this one I didn't actually know existed. What happened was, obviously, when you buy on eBay, it does things related to your search. And then I got an email come through saying, "Are you interested in this item?" And I saw this, and I thought it's one that I had to get, because obviously it's metallic, you know, and it's a very, very limited edition one. And the Handel was one of my favourite narrow gauge engines, I think it's fair to say. A lot of people have been saying, quite oddly, that he's not been in the show for a long time. However, he was in Series 18, but he was only a cameo in the background. He also appeared in The Great Race. In The Great Race, he actually spoke again, singing one of the songs. And he also appears in the more recent episode, Bradford the Brake Van, again in the background. Bradford I thought was quite a funny brake van. He reminded me of Windsor Davies' character in It Ain't Half Hot Mum. It's a shame that Windsor Davies didn't voice him, I think. But Windsor Davies is about 86 years old now, so, you know, he's quite old. I thought Rob Rackstraw did a good job on him, and he voices a number of characters now. And, you know, he's starting to voice more and more and more. But yeah, that's Sir Handel. Not a lot to say, really. But like I said, I didn't know this one actually existed. And it says this was released in 1999, which to my knowledge was when all the metallics were coming out. Like I said, I never actually knew this one actually existed in the metallic range until I actually saw it on eBay. But yeah, so if you look at my other ERTL collection updates, you'll see that I have that one. The next one I move on to is the Biplane. You've probably seen my other videos in ERTL collection update 13, where I got quite a few ones that I have the Biplane already. However, this one, I'm sure you'll agree, is in a lot better condition, because there was part of the price tag on there that I couldn't get to come off on the other one. There was also some writing on the back. But this one doesn't have any of that. It's in really good condition indeed. And I won't bother telling you all about the biplane this time, because I spoke a bit about what the biplane was like in the previous video that I did. Like I said, which you can watch on my channel. and that one wasn't too expensive either. It was actually cheaper than my other one that I got, and this one was in better condition as well. And I got that one from a shop called Tousley Thomas, where I've got a few others from in the past. I recommend you go to that shop. It's all online and that. So the last one to move on to is Skiff. And for a take and play model, I actually think this is a really nice model. If you look on the back, it shows you the other ones, and I mean the other ones have all like really big chunky magnets, and the buffers aren't even painted the right colour. And then you've got Ryan there, and Ryan was introduced in Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure, and Ryan actually has 8 wheels, whereas this one they've just sort of made really small and stumpy, a bit like Thomas, I suppose, really. And they've only given him 6 wheels, and they've given him a black buffer beam. And also the wooden model only has 6 wheels as well. And the idea for Ryan is that he is a lot bigger than Thomas. So I think that's a bit of a disappointment, to be honest with you. But I mean, this one doesn't even have any magnets on it. And I mean, it'd be nice to see what Skiff would look like if ERTL was still around today. But I think this is a really good model. Again, he looks just like what he did in Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure. Him and Ryan only appeared in that special, but hopefully they'll appear again. Who knows? It'd be nice to see more of Skiff. And he also belongs to, he used to belong to Sailor John, and he was voiced by John Hurt, who's a famous actor. And my dad's name's actually John as well, as you've probably seen when my dad's appeared in other videos that I've done. Anyway, that's all of the ones I've got for the time being. There's still bits and pieces I'm after. There's also another one that I actually got quite recently as well. As you can see here, I've got Ben. This is an ERTL product. It's one of the key rings. And you probably saw a few months ago that I did. I brought all the other ones. The only ones that I didn't have in the boxes were Thomas and Percy. But I've got Ben. I already have Bill, as you can probably see in that batch in the previous photo that I just showed you. Yeah, and that was only $1.99, so I didn't think that was such a bad price, really. There's all the other ones you can buy. Like I said, I just don't have Thomas and Percy. I do actually have Percy out of the box, along with Diesel, but I do have one Diesel in the box as well. So like I said, they're all the ones that I've got for the time being. Like I said, remember there's other videos showing all the other ones that I've got. This is number 17. So there's another 16 videos of ERTL collection updates, and there's also a video that I did of my collection, all the ones that I've got out of the boxes that I've been collecting from a very young age. That's actually one of the most popular videos on my channel now. I don't know how really, I'm quite flabbergasted, I think it's fair to say. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.